What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Y'all can see I'm dressed up today. I'm providing an amazing, energetic aura for the world. But anyways, today I'm doing a video about following our heart and our intuition on certain things. So like one big thing for me that I've realized and noticed along my journey is that, it's about what our purpose is here on the planet. And anyways, to be honest, ever since childhood, we all think that we're just supposed to be born, go to school, then get a job, get married, and then, retire and die. And, that can happen if you want it to happen in that particular order or however you want, At the same time, to be honest, the pattern that I've noticed out of all the multiple countless amounts of jobs that I've had is that it's the same result, even no matter how much money it was, still I was around people who honestly truly didn't care. We weren't really getting deep. I was worked like a workhorse, like a slave, ended up becoming tired. Yes, I was making money, a good amount of money and stuff, but guess what? By the time the end of the day, it's like I'm already tired. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. You're not going to try to paint something that it isn't. You know what I mean? That's just the truth. You can take all the energy drinks and supplements and coffee and teas and all these things to get you so that you're not sleeping and so that you're up all the time. But you already know deep down, naturally, that you need a rest and that this work is stressing you out. And I guess that's the point I'm making, because it's two different mindsets, or not two, it's probably many different mindsets, but I'm just saying two different ones I'm speaking about today, right now, is that, part of it is where you're just only working on someone else's dream, in and you're also giving up your own time, your own energy, and all that stuff. Or the other side is where you're just working on your dream, and I guess that's why I'm always encouraging people to become something, become a really amazing presence in the world. That's why I'm sharing YouTube. I have this horse in the race. I have a lot of writing, so I have that horse in the race. I'm studying for different certifications, for a certification, so I have that horse in the race. I'm able to cook and meal prep. I have that horse in the race. I'm great with health and wellness. I have that horse in the race. Some of these simple qualities. I'm a great driver, whatever. But I'm just saying that, more personal things is what I'm talking about. These YouTube videos, us creating a website, us publishing books, us creating a blog, us having a podcast, us having our own supplements, us having our own restaurant and meal prep, us having our own show, all these different examples, us having our own clothing, us having our own whatever, the list goes on, honestly. I have a lot of ideas, but that's the point, you know what I mean? Nobody is superior or inferior, it's just energy. And something I've noticed is that, okay, it's cool, to work somewhere and you're making money. It's just you got to get real with yourself on what you're here to do, and is it really true to you? Because that's something I notice. A lot of times I'm walking through the streets and stuff like that, and guess what? Nobody's to be found. There'll be chill people, real lions, roaming around in their own zone too. And real recognize real. They recognize me, I recognize them, At the same time, there's a whole nother side, and it's we got to stay true to our own side, And I remember sometimes being way out in the matrix, and it's you feel the pressure from all these matrix bots out there, and you think you have to compete with them. These people, they literally have no soul, no heart, and it's you see the truth. You see things for what they are. We're supposed to gravitate towards areas that are truly naturally meant for us, you know, our own purpose that's significant to us. You know, we're not supposed to be doing forced labor and stuff, slave stuff that we truly are not even interested in, that we're always complaining about, that we're tired of. Most people, they are working indoors or whatever all day throughout the main parts of the day where the sun is out. So when you're going to school or when you're going to some of these jobs and you go in early in the morning and you don't get out until late at night or at night sometime, guess what? You're tired from that whole day, right? And what do you have time left to do? Maybe eat a meal and relax, you know, and then guess what? Fall asleep so you can wake up again. And it's like a repetitive cycle. I get it. Do what works best for you. That's how it is for all of these videos. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing helpful information and an input, an insight, a perspective. Do what works best for you. I'm just saying, like, y'all know how amazing it felt when we were younger. We had imagination. We were connected with other younger classmates and students when we were 5, 6, 7 years old, and things were actually more fun. We were able to smile. We had joy, stuff like that. Well, guess what? That's how it's supposed to be throughout life as we age, you know. But most people have turned into slave robots, and they've died young, even though they're still alive, you know. So with that being said, I've learned just to stay true to our heart about offers and stuff like that, because if we're able to turn down a job offer that's not even that big of a deal, but certain qualities they're trying to change about us, then guess what? Down the road, I'm able to turn down and reject offers that don't serve me, such as maybe television advertisements offers that people may in the future ask me to be a part of. They'll probably ask me to do some alcohol advertisement or some fast food or something like that. They'll probably ask me to do something, to speak about something, or, you know, promote something that I'm not standing for. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to say no and reject it, to be honest, because I'll be the one that's laughing. You know, if y'all were the ones able to reject us with so little, then guess what? When y'all finally come begging, running, and chasing us, you know, for something that we do love, and you see that we're actually happy in our own purpose, and you try to present us another offer that's even bigger this time, but it's something that we don't love, of course I'm going to say no, you know. So I'm already seeing that. It hasn't happened yet, but watch. I'm already aware that it will happen, where they're asking, oh, Sky Blackwell, you know, can you promote this alcohol? Can you promote this fast food, this and that? Here's $1 million, this and that. I'm really going to have to breathe and meditate. But honestly, like, you know, I'm all for nature. You know, all the herbs, all the spices, all the plants, all the enzymes, you know, all the sunlight, all the different ecosystems and natural environments, you know, holistically speaking. That's what I'm into. You know what I mean? I'm a vegan. I don't eat animals. I love the animals, you know, and that's just who I am, honestly. I've gotten this far for a reason, and I'm keeping on going on. You know, so I'm just speaking that out. I get it. Some people have to put food on the table, and there's other stuff going on too. But I'm just saying, listen to your heart on stuff, because it makes a whole lot of sense if you do like part-time somewhere while you're working on your dream. Or who knows, just like building your own clientele, building your own self image so that you're someone, you know, you're not under someone, you know, you're not being controlled or trying, you know, people trying to change you. You know what I mean? Do what makes sense, what connects with your heart. You know what I mean? You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. And for me, I was really able to pick up on that early on whenever we got out of school and we were starting to apply for jobs and stuff like that. Guess what? They wanted to have us out here looking, you know, silly. You know what I mean? All the high-paying corporate jobs, guess what? They didn't show us no time or care or energy. All they want is a 4-year degree, you know, all these expectations and qualifications and whatnot that a lot of us didn't have. You know, a lot of them said, oh, we need you to have a 4-year degree or a 2-year degree or a 8-year degree. And guess what? A lot of us didn't even go to school because we didn't have the money for it, for a university, stuff like that. So guess what? that already pushes us out the window. Second, you got different places that have all these different checkpoints testing you for different things, checking out your background, testing what you consume, daily, this and that. And like, people are very judgmental. People are very shallow, and it's like the more and more people try to change us, the more and more like we would much rather just be ourselves and do our own thing. And I guess that's what I'm sharing, because like it's not cool when, you feel out of your element. And I guess that's why it's always important to center yourself. Obviously coming out in nature is great, but it's a new day and age, and we live in apartments or houses or wherever you live in your room. Center yourself. You know what's closest to you. You know how you feel. You know your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, your money status, your financial status, your love life, who's impacted you, who's close to you, this and that. You know all that. So like, that's why I'm speaking up on this, because honestly, I had always dreamed of the dream life. I had been seeing other people who were very ungrateful. They didn't realize what all they had or have or whatever, and they just carelessly walk throughout life, with all of that, and they just throw everything away, you know, in a very spoiled way, and it's not cool, But like for me, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm actually awake. I'm actually grateful. Let me do this on my own, with the team, of course, and like create the dream life, live the dream life, plan the dream life, and it's possible, and I'm doing it. So, with that being said, that's what I have to share, because like, I don't know, life isn't that serious. I don't take it too seriously. It's just I'm able to trust feelings and vibes and stuff like that, and I'm here to be at peace. I'm here to relax. I'm here to be happy. I'm here to connect. I'm here to express myself. I'm not here to be told what to do all the time. I'm not here to be, you know, looked down upon and frowned upon. You know what I mean? Like, I'm someone. I am someone. And if you don't accept me for who I am, then that's your problem, because I'm accepting of myself. I'm loving myself every day. So it's that simple, honestly. So once you go so far into investing in your dream, and your niche, your realm that you're into, it's like there's no going back, honestly, because it's like you see that the world is, you know, having a war, a battle between the hearts and minds. And ultimately, yes, we need to have a synthesis of both. And actually, the heart is always what's gonna have the last say. You know what I mean? So, like, with that being said, what truly matters is something that's having you happy and healthy. You know what I mean? And like, I just remember all the times at a lot of jobs, I came home. I even had a woman who I was dating. She was saying, "Wow, you look so miserable and tired. You know, like you hated that job." And I admitted, I said, "Yeah." And I even remember one time, one of the barbers who I went to, a barber, he was cutting my hair, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, man, that's why I became a barber on my own. Because I hated those jobs." All the barbers were saying that in there, to be honest. And it's so true, because like, it's good enough to get by. You can try to put some, little incentives here and there, but we already can see already through it. You know what I mean? If not now, then when? If not now, pay us our wages even before we even do anything, then why wait all this time to pay us after we do all this rigorous work? How come you don't just see us with equal eyes, and present us money, and we work together with our minds without having to do all this heavy, unnecessary, stressful, chaotic, destructive work, you know? So it makes you open up your mind and wonder about things, and that's what I have to share. At the end of the day, it's a massive world. There's billions of people, there's billions of cities, countries, states, and plenty of jobs, plenty of opportunities, plenty of pathways to go on. At the same time, also you have to be true with what you're into, with what you're about, and what your purpose is, and what you have to offer to share with the world. It isn't to sell out, to slave away or whatever. So the point I'm making is like, with all these decisions that we always make in life, I'm always listening to my heart on certain things and having faith that we will work things out and progress to see another successful day. So, anyways, y'all have an amazing day. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live